I'm Jordan Zaslow, and today's guest has a special place in my heart. She was one of the very first candidates that I ever spoke to at the beginning of my Women for the Win journey. And I remember thinking, if all of the candidates are going to be anything like this woman, this is going to be a very special experience. Danyell was born and raised in Oklahoma and is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. She grew up on a ranch in Hugo, Oklahoma, where she learned what it means to work hard. Now, as a healthcare compliance trainer, a mother, and a passionate advocate for veterans and victims of domestic violence, Danyell has decided she has to do more. Danyell, we're so excited to talk to you. Thanks for being here with us today. You know, it sounds like it's brave enough to even tell someone that you're a Democrat, let alone run as a Democrat and kind of like put your hat in the ring that way. How did you work up the bravery?
Somebody had to do it. I was at Walmart on a pharmacy run for my mom, and I watched the elderly lady in front of me put food back. I've told that story many of times, and I wasn't okay with that. The lady, it was almost normal for her. I guess she had done it before, where they told her what her prescriptions would be, and she just started handing them food. And for me, not in the country that we're in, not in my lifetime, I just wasn't okay with that. And I just knew somebody had to do it. I've been out on this trail for almost a year and a half. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. People, the support I've gotten, the love I've gotten, I wouldn't trade this experience, good, bad, and different, for anything in the world. And whether the odds are not in my favor next Tuesday, I'm not done. I still have some ideas. I'm still going to invest in us and our political infrastructure here in Oklahoma, because we need it. We absolutely need it. And I feel like that's my call to action with it. I have been engaged with people. I feel like most people have been, their focus has been the fundraising, and yes, that's quite important. But for me, it's been engaging with people, sitting down, having a cup of coffee, listening to the people. I think that that's what's going to put us over next Tuesday. Is the fact that I have actually engaged with people, and I actually have something to say, and I really want to represent my community.
What do you wish you had known before you signed on to do this in the middle of a pandemic?
It's been a gift and a curse, honestly, Jordan. I'll say it's been a gift in a very unique way, as it makes you get creative. We had to rely heavily on Zoom. We've had some mishaps with Zoom. And when I say that, it's been things like we've been hacked twice on our Zoom calls. We've had cameras on where people didn't have on pants. So, it's been a learning experience for everyone.
Running against a man, what has that been like?
If anything, I think we're going to take this race because of women. Other women have been happy just to see a woman running. And for me, that has defied party lines. I've had Republican women say, I'm just happy to see you. I'm just happy to see a woman running. No matter where we stand, we're still women underneath it all. And I think that that's going to be a huge part of this. And for us as women here in Oklahoma, we've also been very disenfranchised. There's been decisions that are constantly being made about our health care and our bodies, and we're not even sitting at the table. It's time to change the narrative, and I think that gender defies party lines, and I definitely think that's what's going to push us over with this, Jordan. I do.
Do you think that representation in our governing bodies will be, an important enough next step? Do you think that that could really start to solve the problem of misogyny?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Jordan. We have to get more people involved at the local levels. We have to get more people. Our government, our local municipalities should look like the people that they represent. It's time that we build our bench, we invest in our political infrastructure. And the only way that we can do that, to have a succession plan, is to get people involved in local politics and start getting and supporting people that run. That's one of the main things that we need to do.
What's your best advice for women who want to run?
Do it. When you make that step, it's going to be scary, because I've been terrified this entire time. I was like, a lot of what ifs in my head. What if I'm not What if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm not, qualified enough? And as I've been in this race, I've discovered I'm actually more qualified than the people holding the office. And with that, just do it. When you take that step and you take that leap of faith, your tribe will come to you. Everything you will need will come to you. People will find you. When they see your light and they see you running, people will step up to help you. That's been my experience. So I'm grateful, and I would trade this experience for the world.
Danyell, when we first spoke, it was such a long time ago. Who could have known how good of an experience it would have been for you? I'm so happy to hear that you had such a great experience. I mean, I'm not going to say past tense, are having.
Yes.
That's so awesome. So what's been the highlight? What's been the highlight of the campaign journey?
Meeting people and learning. And when I say meeting people, just, even with mask on, just understanding people with like minds, listening to their ideas and learning. Our team, we're a hodgepodge. We're small but mighty. That's what we say. And we've learned how to do things.
What does Oklahoma look like with you in office?
That's a great question. It looks like someone that's going to go to Washington, D.C. and try to maintain balance for her district. It looks like someone that's going to work across the aisle with people with different ideas to try to make sure that we can get rural health care. It looks like someone going to bat to the table with some civility to say, I need this for my state. It looks like coming back home, holding town halls to say, guys, this is what's, this bill is coming up for a vote. How do you feel about it? Or, hey, I'm thinking about sponsoring a bill to help the state out with this, or I'm thinking about working with the EPA for this, or I'm thinking about this right here. What are your thoughts about it? What would you like to see? It looks like saying, I'm going to vote yes for this, or, hey, I'm going to vote no on this, and this is why. That's what that looks like. And I think that that's what we need to keep people engaged. It keeps me accountable, and it lets people know that I'm listening. And that's what we want. That's all really anybody wants, is for somebody to listen, keep their promises.
Any last thoughts? Anything you want to add that we didn't talk about? Anything that's important for people to know?
Take someone with you to the polls, encourage people to vote. Even if people were not able to get registered for this cycle, the fight for political fairness doesn't end with this election. This is just the beginning. If you're feeling energized, keep that, motivate others, and continue the good fight.
Well, we are so excited to have been working with you. It was an honor to get to know you during this time, and it sounds like it was a very special point in your life. And let's hope that it's just the beginning, and that we can see you in Congress doing all of the wonderful things that you have planned.
I want to thank you guys for sticking in there with us, for doing the video with us for this interview, for just supporting us, retweeting, checking in on us. It has meant the world to us.